Hello everybody, 大家好. Welcome to Mr. Cho's Chinese class. In today's video, we're going to continue to prepare for the AP Chinese exam, and we're going to do another practice. All right, let's get started. So let's do the interview part first. This is background information.
You will have a conversation with Chen Lixin, the activity director of a nursing home, about your application for volunteering at the nursing home.
All right, so it's a little bit tricky. We're going to be talking a little bit about the nursing home. I'm going to try to stay away more specifically stuff about nursing home. I'm going to try to talk about things that is more general, work related. So let's listen to the first question.
你好，你为什么想来老人院做义工？
All right, so let me try to answer it. 你好，我想去老人院做义工，主要是想要有一点工作经验。我想这是一个非常有意思的工作，以后对我找工作会有帮助。另外，我也觉得老人很孤独，他们需要一些陪伴，所以我愿意让他们开心一点。All right, so I'm trying to follow what I said before, try to elaborate for two reasons. One is that I want to have more work experience. The other is I want to make the old people happier. All right, so let's take a listen at the second question.
除了会说不同语言外，你还有什么其他的才能或者特长？
除了会说中文、英文、西班牙文、法文，我还有一些别的特长，比方说唱歌。我从小就喜欢唱歌，唱歌唱的还不错，所以我愿意给老人唱歌。除了唱歌，我还会跳舞。我想给他们表演跳舞，让他们开心一点。All right, so I try to utilize the question 很多语言 and I elaborate a little bit more specifically on the language that I can speak. And then there are two reasons 唱歌 and 跳舞 things that I can do which are really simple. So I'm not thinking too much specifically about 老人院 how to take care of people and stuff like that, just like anything general and try to relate that towards the topic. All right, let's hear the third question.
你觉得你能给我们这里的老人什么样的帮助？
Okay. 我觉得我可以给他们唱歌跳舞。我觉得他们看我唱歌跳舞会让他们觉得开心一点。不会那么无聊。除了唱歌跳舞以外，我还会做饭，我会做中国饭、美国饭、法国饭等等，给他们做一些好吃的东西，他们也会开心一点。All right, so here, I was just repeating what I mentioned in the first question. No, in the previous question, and I added something 做饭. So these are all like very basic stuff. So if you're really trying to think more specifically about nursing home, how to take care of people, that would be very challenging. So anything generic would be, just fine.
要是有老人生气了，对你发脾气，你怎么办？
我觉得老人生气是非常正常的，我的爷爷奶奶也会跟我生气。那他们一般生气的时候，我会给他们做一点好吃的东西，这样他们就会开心一点。比方说，我爷爷喜欢喝茶，我就会给他泡茶。除了，oops。All right, so I added one elaboration on 给他们做一点好吃的东西。And then I ran out of time for the second elaboration. I think that would be okay. Notice that I've been using a lot of information from the previous questions, since all those questions are graded separately, so you should be able to do that as well.
你觉得 在老人院做义工需要注意些什么？
我觉得在老人院做义工最需要注意的是他们的健康。如果我生病了的话，我就肯定不能再去老人院，我不想让他们也生病。那除了身体上的健康以外，他们心理健康也很重要，所以我会给他们唱歌跳舞，不让他们生气，让他们开心一点。So 唱歌跳舞, I have been reusing that in almost all the questions. And again, all the questions are graded separately, so use it if you can.
你想从这个义工工作学到什么？
我想从这个工作中学一点工作经验。我觉得这样的工作经验非常宝贵，可以帮我以后找工作。另外一方面，我也想学怎么照顾老人。因为我家里也有老人，我想更好的照顾我的爷爷奶奶。So again, elaborated two parts. One is just work experience, going back to the first question, and then take care of old people. So as long as you have two talk points, two parts that you can elaborate on your short response. 20 seconds usually is pretty fast, goes by pretty fast. All right, so let's take a look at the culture presentation.
Choose one traditional Chinese New Year celebratory activity: dragon dancing, going to a temple fair and setting off firecrackers, giving New Year's greetings, etc. In your presentation, describe this Chinese New Year celebratory activity and explain its significance.
All right, so this time I have done the outline already. So I'm going to go right to the presentation, 2 minutes. All right. So I didn't rehearse that again, just try to get as realistic as possible. So let's start. 在中国文化中有许多重要的节日，我觉得春节是最重要的节日之一。过春节的时候有很多传统的习俗，那最好玩的就是放鞭炮了。但是你知道这个习俗是怎么来的吗？今天我就给大家介绍一下放鞭炮的由来。在很久很久以前有一个传说，这个传说就是有一个叫年的怪兽。每年过年的时候都会到村子里来骚扰大家，所以大家很不喜欢年这个怪兽。但是年这个怪兽有2个东西它是害怕的，第一个是红色，第二个是很大的响声。所以每年到了过年的时候，大家都会穿红色的衣服，然后呢放鞭炮爆竹，这样子的话就会把年吓走。时间久了以后，这个过年的时候放鞭炮和爆竹就是过年的传统习俗之一。那有一年的春节的时候，我有机会去了一次中国，然后我的朋友带我一起放了一次爆竹，然后我觉得非常好玩。一开始的时候我很害怕我不敢去试，但是呢，他们玩了几次以后，并且他们教了我怎么玩，所以呢，我觉得我慢慢开始自己试了一下。到了最后，我觉得放爆竹还是很好玩的，又紧张又刺激。但是我觉得呢，放爆竹也有一些不好的地方。比方说它的声音可能太吵，然后呢，放好爆竹以后，地上有很多垃圾，可能也不是特别的卫生。然后但是我觉得放爆竹是一个非常重要的传统习俗之一我们应该保存下去。All right, so that's my unrehearsed take. I'm gonna share my outline with you guys later on, and you can take a look. Again, usually I would just over prepare a couple of different aspects. I'm gonna break it down really quickly for you guys. So the first part is general introduction, going from a bigger topic, 春节 in general, to our specific topic, which is 放爆竹 firecrackers. So the first part of the elaboration is the legend, the story of Nian. I didn't go into too much details. If you wanna if you know more about the story and you wanna elaborate more, I think you can you can also do that. There are examples of getting 6 points just by telling the story. You can do that. But if you don't know a lot of details about that story, then you can choose to put that as just a one subtopic. I choose to make it relatively brief, and I didn't include a lot of specific details. And then I added a personal experience, which is fictional. I just said, 有一年我去了中国过春节，然后放了爆竹，然后有一个朋友。All those are fictional, so it's a pretty generic story. And the storyline is 一开始我害怕，后来我觉得很好玩，stuff like that. It's also like pretty cliche, but it works in my opinion. Last part, I was debating if I should be including the subtopic 3 or just go to the conclusion directly. My third subtopic was the cons of 爆竹. I have 危险 and 不干净地上有垃圾. So I'll touch up on that very briefly. Kind of regret it a little bit. Maybe I should have a more formal closure. So last part is the concluding, the ending. I also plan to say, 如果我有机会再去中国，我想再玩一次爆竹，再过一次中国年 stuff like that. So this is something very useful. You can always use it in a lot of culture presentations. 如果有机会的话，我想 blah blah blah. All right, so that's my take. So I'm not really aiming for 6 on this one, just trying to use, again, very basic vocabulary, not introducing anything very language-wise, very advanced, but stay simple and, try to make it well structured. And then, if you don't have a lot of vocabulary, you can try to do that to compensate, use the structure to compensate the lack in your language section. All right, hope that was helpful. And the exam is coming up soon. So good luck to everyone with your AP exams and the AP Chinese exam. If you have any questions, leave a comment and let me know. Take care. 再见.